battery as a service in the CircleBat project, we think it changes lots of things when we use the battery in both the first life and the second life. First of all, is usually we think about buying the car together with the battery and we own the battery itself. But in the BaaS model, usually we don't do that anymore. But then the manufacturer going to keep the ownership of the battery. So in that way, usually you will see the capital investment, the upfront cost of the EV car going to be like much lower. You already see the successful case of a company in China called NIO. They do really well in terms of the swapping battery as a service, where you have any depleted battery, you can swap with a new one. And because the customer don't really own the battery, so they happy to give it away to the company and exchange for the new one. And the company can also monitor the battery easier. They can check the life cycle of the battery. They can also check the behavior, the people using that, and then they could also do the battery aging better. And then when we shift that behavior, shift that mindset into the second life of the battery, usually you can see the battery after the first life, they have like 70 or 80% of their capacity. And then we're also thinking to reuse them, repurpose them into the less demanding applications. And in that way that we're going to try to apply the battery as a service concept principle for the first life into the second life. It's going to be much easier for customer because they don't really have to care much about the risk, the maintenance of that, because the battery as a service can offer some kind of the maintenance contract, service contract as well. And then also the customer, they can also have the much lower cost when they buy the battery. So in general, we do feel that it's going to be beneficial for both of the battery collector and repurposer in the way that they can maximize the profit of the whole life cycle of the battery. But in another way, customer can have like more benefit in terms of the lower cost and also the safety and then the lower risk when they use that.